I've had so many culture shocks since I moved there. For an example, as a foreigner, I really hate tipping. But as a bartender, I really hate foreigners. To be here. I am from Ireland, but I actually live in the States now, and it's been kind of crazy because I realized since I moved there, Americans don't know that America will promote itself to other countries, because it'll be like, come here, live the American dream, and then us immigrants will get there and Americans will be like, get the fuck out of my country. It is so confusing. A lot of these same Americans who are xenophobic are also claiming to be patriotic, and I'm like, excuse me. Nobody loves America more than an immigrant. We are the true patriots. I gave up affordable healthcare to live in that pyramid scheme of a country. And I'm still there. It is crazy. I thought that the easiest thing for me moving to the States would be the fact that I actually speak English. But it's been quite insulting because I found out since I moved there, my English is so bad that it convinces Americans when they meet me that Ireland does not speak English as a first language. Do you know how many times I've been told, oh my God, your English is so good? And I've had to be like, thank you, it is my only language. It's because Ireland speaks a Hiberno English, so it's actually quite based off Irish, so sometimes it doesn't make sense. We speak in a lot of predominantly slang, and I've never had to explain my slang before in my life, so when I went to America, if we're sick, we'll say I'm in bits. But when I said that to Americans, they were like, sorry, what? And I had to explain it. And I was like, of course it means sick, because I'm in bits. I'm in little pieces. I'm not whole. I was like, oh my God, are we all just poets in Ireland? That is so embarrassing. Mortified. Then we have slang that people didn't ask me to explain because they were context clues. So we would always say, it's grand, okay? But it's grand means it's fine. It's not great, okay? But my boyfriend is American, and he presumed it meant amazing because of grandiose. So the first time we slept together, he was trying to speak my language. And I was like, how was that for you? And he was like, it was grand. I was like, fuck you. So rude. I've had so many culture shocks since I moved there. For an example, as a foreigner, I really hate tipping. But as a bartender, I really hate foreigners. It's really weird bartending in the States. This is the first time I'd ever seen this, but bartenders doing shots with customers, that blew my mind. Because you wouldn't see it in any other profession. Could you imagine if you went into a pharmacy and you're ordering your Xanax? And the pharmacist was just like, there's 2 for you and 1 for me, let's all be happy. It's a very strange country because it's kind of hypocritical. I'll give an example. I don't know what it's like in Canada, but I live in New York City, and if you're smoking a cigarette, a New Yorker will give you side-eye while they're on acid. I can't believe that. I left Ireland, especially my town, very small, gossipy type of town. Everybody talks behind your back, everybody knows your business, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm moving to America. And then I went to New York City where people say things to your face. It's like, I don't like this either. I was smoking a cigarette in peace, and this girl, she couldn't have been more than 14, crossed the street to get mad at me. She left her life to come into my life, a stranger. And she goes, oh my God, don't you know smoking kills? I was like, yeah, you should start. Also what you tell Americans as well, because I come from a very different country, so I told my American friends that when my cat was sick, my dad shot it. That was their reaction as well. They fucking lost their minds. They were like, oh my God, in this country, we don't shoot animals, only people. My dad did shoot my cat, but it was only because my cat was sick. He was dying, and I came home from school, and my dad was like, I had to shoot the cat. And I was like, I don't think that was your first option. And he was like, what do you expect me to do? And I go, bring it to a vet. And he goes, I'm not paying anyone to do something I could do myself. So then, a few months later, when my appendix blew up, I was like, don't you fucking come near me. My dad, of course, heard me telling this story, and he was like, if you insist to tell audience that I shot your cat, you have to tell them that before I did it, I gave him a tin of tuna. I was like, how Irish Catholic are you that you were like, here's your last meal? I have to post online. That's what you have to do as comedians now. And of course, I joke about America. And because I joke America, I really, really upset American men, okay? They get very upset with me. They write the angriest comments. And I think I'm just too many of the things they don't like, okay? Because firstly, I'm a woman, and as it turns out, that really hurts their feelings. Then secondly, a lot of these men who get mad at me, and a lot of them are white Southern American men, I know this because their profile picture is like a gun. You know, they're racist and they're xenophobic, so they see me and they think, one of us, and then I open my mouth and they're like, this bitch fooled us. And then the final reason, most of the men in the room already know this, I just have to explain it to the women, and that is that every man secretly wants to be a comedian. Every man in this room has been watching this show for the last 30 minutes, being like, I can fucking do that. So then Americans see me online, they're like, these immigrants are taking our jobs. My favorite comment was from a guy, and he said, go back to your country, you ugly donkey. I was like, excuse you, sir, I am a beautiful horse. Also, his last name was Gonzalez. I was like, if I'm leaving, you're fucking leaving too. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.